Some great pictures there, Sharon. Yes, we did see pretty much everything earlier today weather-wise, but that's all about to change as we head to tomorrow. Much calmer forecast. In fact, already looking at calm conditions along the coast right now, taking you to the Santa Monica Pier. Couple people out and about braving the cold. It is pretty cool out there. We're currently in the 50s. And as we get a look at radar this evening, you're going to see the brunt of the rain already moving southward. Still a few drops over Orange County, most of it sitting well to our east, and just a few cells heading toward San Diego County right now. You're going to see just a little bit of rain in the desert and also dealing with a little bit of snow in our local mountains as well. Looks like things are wrapping up, but we're not ruling out the chance of an isolated shower, an isolated, snow shower, and that chance pretty much continues into the overnight hours, the morning hours, and maybe even the afternoon hours tomorrow as well. But at this point, it does look minimal. So we're going to show you what you can expect, and we're doing a big 180 as we head into tomorrow. We're going to tell you what you can expect as we head into tomorrow, and of course, the rest of your weekend, the weekend. That's all coming up in a little bit. Back to you.
All right. It's wonderful.
Yeah, great event.
It is.
Anyway. Storm,
Yes.
has it come and gone?
It's come. It's almost gone. It's still sort of lingering in some spots, and there could be a little bit of wraparound moisture. So all that means, it's a fancy term for, we could see a little leftover rain and maybe a few leftover snow showers as we head into the next few hours. So it's not completely gone, but we're getting close to it. And as we head into tomorrow, completely different forecast for you. So we'll show you what we can expect as we head into tomorrow. And of course, the next couple of days, we'll even have your weekend forecast coming up in just a minute. But first, we're taking you outside to Long Beach, where things have cleared out. It's clear out there, but there's a lot of cold air filtering in. And with that, we're looking at very cool conditions. With that cold air, snow levels dropping very low. They dropped very low earlier today, and we're going to continue to see that. But we just don't have a lot of leftover moisture. We could see a little more of it, though, as we head into the overnight hours, the morning, and maybe even the afternoon hours for some spots. We do have advisories and warnings in store for them. So you'll see right here, just a little bit of snow left over for the San Bernardino County Mountains, the Riverside County Mountains. You're going to see a little bit of rain-snow mix indicated by the pink on your screen, and just a few showers making their way into Orange County and finally into San Diego County and off to our east as well. So again, things are really starting to move on out of here, but we're not ruling out the chance of a shower or a flurry into the overnight, morning, even the early afternoon hours. Take a look right here on radar along the 18. We're still dealing with some snow there, a little bit of rain-snow mix, and rainfall totals a little more impressive than we originally expected. Downtown, about 0.13 of an inch. Palmdale, just under 1/4 of an inch, almost made it to 1/2 an inch for Pasadena. Santa Monica, just over 1/10 of an inch, and San Gabriel, you'll see just about 1/3 of an inch. So very impressive numbers considering what we were looking at originally. We thought maybe 1/10 of an inch or less, so we did see higher numbers than that. You'll see a winter weather advisory still in effect for the high desert, for the LA County Mountains as we head to the overnight hours here, and a winter storm warning still staying in effect for the San Bernardino and Riverside County Mountains through tomorrow afternoon. So that chance of wraparound moisture again could bring more snow into the forecast. I will say around resort level we could get up to 1 foot, so pretty impressive there. Just a few inches otherwise, and those snow levels already have dropped down to 3,000, even 2,500 feet. You'll see a high surf advisory also in effect and a high wind warning going into effect, along with wind advisories into the overnight hours, because we're actually looking at an offshore wind event as we head into tomorrow and Friday. The Santa Ana's kicking in. We're looking at a completely different forecast. 22-mile-an-hour sustained winds in Gorman right now. You'll see pretty much everybody else a little calmer, but the winds are shifting from the west to the northeast. So with that, nothing but sunshine and warmer temperatures over the next couple of days. 70s, staying that way through Friday. A little cooler and a little cloudier as we head into your Saturday, as we head into your Sunday, and even as we head into your Monday. We're going to show you what it looks like in the mountains if you're planning on heading up there for the long weekend. We've got your forecast for, of course, the valleys and the coast. That's all coming up in a little bit, so don't go away. Back to you.
For long, though, I guess.
Yeah, not for long, but we're still looking at a few leftovers, so we could maybe gain another inch or two into the overnight morning hours. Around resort level, could even get up to 1 foot. Great news for all you skiers and boarders out there. So as we get a look at, the Santa Monica Pier this evening, looks like a couple people are out and about. I don't blame you. It's a little wet out there. It's drying out, and it's pretty cool. We're into the 50s right now, 51 degrees right here at the Broadcast Center in Studio City. So tonight, we're expecting maybe a leftover isolated shower. Most of the rains move to our south and to our east. We could potentially see a leftover shower and flurry tomorrow, mainly in the San Bernardino and Riverside County Mountains. That's where we're expecting that winter storm warning to stay in effect through 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. At this point, we're still dealing with a few leftover snow showers. Snow levels dropped significantly, down to 2,500 feet earlier today. We did even see a little bit of snow on the valley floor. So you're going to see right here that we are looking at low snow levels. Again, not a lot of snow at this point, maybe looking at a dusting or two in spots like the Antelope Valley into the overnight morning hours, but nothing major if we see anything at all. Accumulations, as we mentioned, up to 1 foot above 6,000 feet. So pretty impressive numbers for you. Want to take it to radar. You'll see right here we are still dealing with a few leftover showers. We're still dealing with a few leftover snow showers as well. And again, things are really going to continue to wind down over the next couple of hours. But we're not ruling out the chance of, again, a shower or maybe even some snow into the overnight and morning hours. So we're going to continue to track that for you. We're tracking a warm-up and a pretty windy forecast ahead. We'll have all of that coming up in just a little bit. Rick and Sharon, back to you.
All right.
Kind of cool.
It's a good-looking cookie.
Yeah, must taste good too.
And to our resident cookie eater, we go. Evelyn Taft,
Yeah.
who just loves cookies.
She's not just a 1 cookie eater, she's like a 5 cookie eater.
You never tell.
Or
though.
6.
We're supposed to keep that a secret.
It's okay.
So sorry.
You know, Valentine's Day, we're still eating the leftovers. Well, I am, at least. Yeah, I think I'm about at 6, maybe 6 for the night, something like that.
Yeah, the night's still young.
Yes, it is. It is still young. All right. Well, let's get to the forecast. How about that? Off with the cookies. We've got another couple hours to go, and, well, in the time in between, we could see a little bit of rain and snow starting to move out of our forecast right now, but you'll see. We'll show you on radar in a minute. We're taking you outside to the basin, and as we do, we are dealing with mostly, well, dry conditions. Things have dried out, but take a look at this. The map lighting up with advisories this evening. A winter weather advisory in effect through 1 a.m. for the high desert right there in the LA County mountains. Several wind advisories still in effect. A high surf advisory still in effect. High wind warnings going into effect. These are your offshore winds. The Santa Ana is starting to kick up into the overnight morning hours. That's what's going to bring the change to the forecast. And a winter storm warning still in effect for the Riverside County and San Bernardino County mountains. That stays in effect through 1 o'clock, and that's 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So that means we're not ruling out the chance of maybe a flurry or two. We're still dealing with a little bit of snow out there, a little bit of rain snow mix. Spots like Big Pines still getting a little bit of snow there. Still dealing with a little bit of rain as well in parts of the IE, and in the desert we're actually dealing with a little bit of rain, and in spots like Indio Hills in the Coachella Valley there we're actually dealing with a little bit of snow. Those snow levels really dropped off today. Cold air filtered in, and with that snow levels dropped off to about 2,500 feet. We're taking you to the 18, the 173 right there as well. We are dealing with a little bit of snow right now in the forecast. Again, things are starting to dwindle down a little bit, but we're not ruling out the chance into the overnight hours. Remember, the wind's starting to kick up into the overnight hours. We've been looking at a westerly wind. Well, now we're going to start seeing a northeasterly wind. Eventually, the direction's going to shift, and that's what's going to bring the warmer conditions, and that's what's going to push all the cloud cover out of the forecast and warm us up as we head to the next 24 hours. Speaking of the next 24 hours, we're in the 30s and 40s right now. We were in the 50s earlier today, so we were well below average. But over the next 24 hours, we're expecting to see 40s, 50s, and believe it or not, nothing but sunshine and 70s as we head to tomorrow afternoon, along with a few upper 60s in the valleys in the Inland Empire. 70s for Friday, clouds and sun, and a little cooler as we head into your Saturday, your Sunday, and your Monday. Still looking at temperatures on the cool side. For the mountains, a leftover flurry in the morning and afternoon. By Friday, clearing out and keeping it clear and, well, cool as we head toward the weekend. Back to you.
All righty.